So what does sex look like?
This is important because, you know, it's something that happens in private for the most part. And so it's just important for us to actually just kind of name what we're talking about.
And what does it, when we talk about what it looks like, what we're talking about is when sex is portrayed in the world, when it's visualized in some way, whether it's television, the movies, in print, in photos, in print itself, descriptions, etc. Like what does it look like? First thing, Dr. Mulvey.
This is most of us all know this and recognize it. So it's sort of a quick progression we see from touching and kissing to clothes coming off, right?
And then before you know it, two people are bouncing up and down on one another. Naked, bouncing up and down on top of one another. And that all happens, again, quick. The operative idea here is quick. This is how it's most often perceived.
Fast, hard, thrusting body movements, right? So there's a lot of energy expended.
Usually, not all. So we're talking about usually, how it's typically portrayed. Not always. Not always.
But if you were creating a scene to let your audience know, for example, that two people were about to have or are having sex, these are the kinds of things that would be included, right? Just so you knew that it was happening. Not too subtle.
So heavy breathing, lots of heavy breathing, and it peaks
into a moment where there's like a shared moaning, groaning experience, right?
And maybe a little bit of a scream here or there, but whatever. And then
the
two
couple.
people falling into each other's arms.
And what that is, Sammy?
Go ahead. Is sex from a male perspective.
It's done.
Dude, done. Think about every image, every video, every portrayal you've ever seen about sex. And how many times does it not end after the man has an orgasm or ejaculates? That is the marking of the end. Okay?
But it doesn't look that way.
But it doesn't look that way.
It looks like both people.
Looks like both people. So here, let's do the next slide. Look, these are Halloween costumes from back when we were young. Okay? When we were young. Yeah, no kidding, right? Yeah, cool. Look, you were young. Nice, just costumes. Yeah, you just dress up on Halloween. Okay, cool? I mean, we don't know these people. We got them off the web, but this is what it is. This is what people look like. Okay? Next slide. Okay, so here we go. This is actually, one of these young women is like our
niece.
Our niece, basically, right? We're not going to tell you which one. We don't even know which one, actually, so I don't know. I have no idea. Right? Okay, she sees the nurse. Oh, yeah, okay, got to be the nurse, so I have to be half naked to be the nurse. I'm not, what's she, a French maid? Like, okay. Oh, she's a baseball player. Oh, I got it. And she's just, oh, wait, she's Mickey Mouse. Okay, cool, I got that. All right, and what is she? I don't know.
What is she?
Oh, she's German. Oh,
German.
She's German.
Okay.
Oh, I got it. Okay. God. Oh, my God. Right. What is she? What's she? Oh, she's Scottish.
What is she?
What is she? Oh, a schoolgirl.
A schoolgirl.
Okay, I got it. Shit. All right, go to the next slide. Here we go. Halloween costumes. Oh, gonna be the police officer. Oh, gonna be what? Is she a lion?
A lion.
Next one, bro. Here we go. Oh, they start young. Oh, there it is.
You know, we grew up in a world, too, where we were socialized in a similar way in terms of sexuality and gender. And the world has become, it seems, way more sexualized. So when we think about where do we learn this stuff, and we're seeing even more sexualization, even at the age for young children. Wow, you all have a lot to face in this realm.
Yeah, but what do we have? We have more porn made by men for men, and we still don't have anybody talking about the clitoris. So we're going to go in a slightly different direction.
I mean,
here.
Not too different. So we've been talking about the way the act of heterosexual encounter it's slanted towards the way that men's pleasure works. Right, the ideal way for men to have an orgasm.
By the way, I'm going to interrupt really fast. By the way, men, remember, we're not saying that's a problem. It's like good for you that you can have sex really fast, that you get aroused really fast, you have sex really fast, you come to an orgasm. It's like good for all of us. Like that's lovely. The issue
it's
is
perfect.
when that gets imposed and when women also take it onto everybody. Like we're all like that. And so what we're arguing is that in fairness to everybody, we should talk about these two different ways of the body and two different ways in which the body reacts to stimulation and so on.
And that goes in the same category as everything else that we talk about should. People should be equal. We should treat everyone equally, right? It's the same thing. We should have sex in ways that treat men and women and all bodies equally, but we don't, right? So this is just an example of like, if we don't think about it, we aren't, quote, treating each other equally, or we're not valuing ourselves, or we're not valuing our partners. It's just meant to show us that, not to say anybody's bad. It's just like, oh, because once we see it, it's like, okay, I'm going to do it so everybody's happy.
It's a no-brainer.
But we do feel like it's important to talk about a misunderstanding that is so common about women's bodies. So at the same time that we're talking about the way sex, as we see it, or as it's most common, serves male pleasure, what we also see is that women are socialized to enhance male pleasure, right? So if my satisfaction comes from my partner being satisfied more than me being satisfied, it's not a long stretch to think I do other things to satisfy male pleasure.